Hello, 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 everybody. This is Tanika Steens, and this is Mind Your Business. And tonight, my guest is Miss Carmelle Cottrell, and she is your career financial strategist, money coach for busy women, Bell Jewels founder, and community facilitator. Carmelle Cottrell is on a mission to see you with more money in your pockets, confident and ready to conquer your goals so you can finally sit on your throne of happiness. And if you are ready to experience the exclusive support to achieve your goals and desires so you can finally create your happiness, you might as well go ahead and connect with her so you can get your crown fixed. So connect with her today. She's going to have some money talks with you. And she's been talking about some sexy money talks. So I don't know what your money talks look like, but let's go ahead and jump in here so she can tell you who she is, what she does, and how she does it. Hey, lady, how are you this evening?
Queen, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so thankful to be here with you, Tanika. Thank you so much. I'm just so excited just to have this money talk with you. I think it's so important that we normalize this. So I'm so thankful and so excited to be with you, Queen, to really talk about money because, you know, it's sexy, right? It's so important that we normalize this conversation. Like you said, I'm a career financial strategist. I've been in the industry for about 15, 16 years now. Not keeping counts because, you know, I want to make sure I keep it young, right? So I've been in the game for a long time. I've been able to help major retailers mold top executives, create financial strategies, and they've delivered in the last 6 years over $10 billion in top line sales. So when the pandemic happened, I realized, you know what? There was a lot of people, a lot of women that needed support, right? So I really came after it in a big way. Created new services in my organization where we really offer coaching and consulting services to really hone your mindset, help you conquer your goals, and unlock new avenues to bring more income to you. So I was really excited just to have these conversations with women. I have a group in Facebook where we really, really talk about the things that are important to us and really getting the mindset right. We're creating connections. Money loves to grow in connections and relationships. So it's so important that we foster that in that atmosphere and while we're having this money talk. So I'm so excited to be here with you. I have a couple of gems that I think everybody should know about. And then we should really, understand when we're talking about money, what that means. So the first one that I want to talk about is connections. And it's so important that we're always looking for connections and new ones. Because at the end of the day, we're all connected, right? We're all brothers and sisters in this journey of life. And it's important that we connect and we have conversations and build relationships because they become the avenues in which we get blessed by. And when I say blessed, I mean abundance. And when I say abundance, overflow in lots of different ways. If it's money, right? If it's opportunities, collaborations, ideas, partnerships, those are so many blessings and avenues to more money, right? Just by building connections. So just look at us. Me and you are having this beautiful money talk, right? And we have come so far in such a short time because we were both open-minded women. We understand, right, the power of connections. So I think it's so important, if you want more money, people, that we have to be open. And part of being open is growing your connections, right? And how do we do that? Through conversations, right? Through everyday conversations. And I think in this world that we're in, where there's so much fear that's harping, right? It can either create an avenue for you to branch out and create more intentional and meaningful connections, or it can be a time where you're just, missing out, right? Because we're locked down of this mentality that we have to stay apart. But money likes connections, baby. So if we want more money, right, we got to figure out how we can connect. So connections are really important, and I truly value them, and finding new ways to really foster them into relationships. So connections is key, right? That is the power move number one. The next one that I have is time, right? Time is such a funny thing. And I think, humans being this species, we're the only ones that are obsessed with capturing it, right? We're obsessed about talking and thinking about it yesterday and tomorrow, right? We're always in these time frames, but we really need to take proper preparation in the now, right? And really leveraging today in this moment. We lose so many opportunities to receive more money because we're not present in the now, right? We're lost in yesterday and tomorrow, really forgetting the blessing and the gift of today and now. And then missing those cue points where we get, divine inspiration and ideas to allow us to take action because we're not present in the now. So because we're not present in the now, we can't hear, right? We can't see what's really for us to really take true action to capture the opportunity, right? Seize the moment, carpe diem, right? Because we're not really leveraging our time correctly because our focus and our intention is on the wrong end, right? We're looking this way, we're looking that way instead of right now where we are. Right. So time is such a powerful, powerful tool that oftentimes we don't really grasp the true power of it, the true acceleration that it can give us to more money, right? So as we have these money talks, it's so important that we understand the season of which we're in and how to really leverage it to propel us forward, right? Oh, I got one more. This is so good. I'm so excited. I love talking about money, right? Because money is energy. It's reciprocal. And I think too often we've been programmed to believe that we shouldn't talk about it. It's very taboo. Only certain people can talk about it. Don't talk about it in front of the kids. We don't want the kids to know what's happening. But you can't hide this stuff. It's so important that we share, we have these conversations because it's so important for us to really put things in perspective and to understand that there's other ways to receive money, right? And it's not really the time for your dollar, right? Like they've got us programmed to believe that the only way we can survive and have money is if we settle for a stamp, right? That they tell us this is the only way, but it's not true. So that's why I get excited talking about this stuff, because it's important that we realize that, conversations, connections, relationships, how we leverage our time, all of that plays into our abundance in receiving multiple streams of money coming to us. And money is reciprocal energy. And it's important that we understand the energy that we're putting out is essentially what we're calling forth. So it's important that we understand that shift. And my third point that I want to bring up is that a lot of people have us focused on, when I get more money, I will be happy, right? It's the money first, and then the happiness will come. And I think it's so important that we understand the order of our steps in order to truly find abundance. And one of those steps that I see oftentimes with women, especially high achieving women where we are the breadwinners, where so much is dependent on us succeeding, where the burden of everyone's dreams is on our back. We think that once we accomplish these steps, these goals, these desires that we have for others, then we can be happy. But what we realize once we check things off is that we're not really happy. And the shift that has to occur is that we have to get happy right now, where you are in this moment. And it's the ability to shift and adjust your filter, right? I think the cell phone, the picture apps have really helped us understand what filters can do. Right? When you shift the filter that you have on your life and where you are right now, and you can shift it to a place of joy and happiness right where you are today, right? And I'm telling you, this is a power move. When you're able to shift your mindset to find joy and happiness right now in your tribulation, in the time where you feel like the world world is falling down on you. When you're able to shift and see happiness and joy in front of you, all of this stuff just lands in your lap. All of this money comes to you, all of these connections, right? But we've gotten it so backwards. And I think it's on purpose. I think they want us confused in this way. We're chasing after money instead of really chasing after happiness. Shift our mindset and not get caught up in what's in front of us, but to know what's inside of us and to know that I can adjust this filter. I have the power to change.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And that's what brings all this money through, right? But they have us looking at the wrong thing. And it's really get into your happy right now. Get into your happy, order your steps right, shift your mindset, right? Get in a space of happiness. You know, when you just work with happy people, how they just attract good things, just all of a sudden they shift, they have a power within them. They attract this stuff. And then when they get intentional, they command it, right? When you have a command over something, you have an authority, it responds to you. Right? It responds. So when you're able to shift your mindset, get into a space of happiness, the universe, source, creator, all of these things just come to you because you called it so, right? You have a command, right? So when you're able to command your money, what? That is true happiness, right? When you have a command, right? A mastery. Oh my goodness. I get excited. I think we get so caught up in like, oh, I have to have the degree. I have to have this job, this position, but this power gem right here. Okay. When you understand the power of your state of being, the ability to shift it into one of happiness, one of joy, one of forgiveness, right? All these things just come to you. And it's such an amazing thing to see, you know, people be able to tap into that and understand what they truly want, what they truly desire. It's already there. It's already there, but we're able to shift our mindset and see it and grab onto it, right? There's so many times we walk away from things, not really seeing the true value of it because our filter was wrong. Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And if anybody is watching this right now and they are looking at it going, yeah, but you are in this place to be able to feel that way. Have you always been in that place?
Right. Let's talk about that. Where have you been? Right. That's the one thing we get so caught up. And I think that's where we really start to have faith, right? When you start to lean on your faith to say, where have I been? Right? Where have I been? So where can I go? If I've been able to go from this far, and that's the one thing I love to do is make sure we're always celebrating wins, right? Because sometimes we get so caught up like, oh, I've got so far to go, right? We forget how far we've been. Right. To know, like, I got to have faith. I got to know that, you know, it wasn't always like this. Right. It's going to get better. Right. But we get so caught in like, oh, it's always like this. It can only be. It's never been. I'm the first. There's never been. Right. It was meant for you. I think there's so much. Oh, my goodness. I tell my queens that we have billion-dollar empires within us. And it's only for us to unlock. It's only for us to bring to fruition, right? But then, you know, programming happens. We only think, oh, major corporations, right? And this is what got me to come out and really, you know, come into service. Because too many people are thinking that only corporations can do these things, right? No, that is not true. And that's the reason why I was like, you know what, if I got to do double duty, because I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do, but I've got to come out and let people know. And that's why I love, you know, what you're doing is bringing the truth to light. People need to understand the power that they have, how they can leverage that power to bring forth what they desire. And, you know, everybody wants more money, honey. So I'm here for it. But we have to understand there's a mindset. There's a pattern of beliefs and actions that have to occur, you know, and I think really understanding that and being able to shift is so important. It's crucial, it's necessary, but there's simple steps. There's simple steps that we take for granted, and we think that oh, you have to have access to certain things.
Mm.
Really like, just tap into what's in front of you, right? Tap into the coaches that are in front of you. Tap in to the people that are lifting their hand out to you, like you putting out platforms. You know what I mean? Like there's spaces that are here, right? We're all love to talk about divine intervention, right? Because right now somebody's going to scroll and stop and say, wow, right? So all that you need is in front of you. It's just a matter of when are you going to take that action? When are you going to take the action and make the change?
You're absolutely right, because people don't get that whatever you have, they have it as well. The only difference is you made a choice to do something about it.
Correct.
And it's like you said, the time is right now, because the only difference between me today and me last year is I decided that I wasn't going to wait any longer, because I'm still the same me with these great ideals that was just waiting for something to happen. Well, guess what? I happened. I had to happen. I
Correct.
had to make a move. And when I made that move, I was like, you know me, what was you waiting on? What was
Yes.
you waiting on? You was waiting for something to happen, and you have to happen. And see, we are waiting on change. We're the change. We're
Correct.
waiting on a move. We're the move. And again, that's when I say, well, yeah, but you're in that position. No, we are all in that position, and we are one step away, just one step away from our destiny if we just take that step. So I thank you, sister, for just sharing these nuggets, because that's enough. That's more than enough to let somebody know, to encourage them that, hey, you already have what you need. And it's so funny because you said this, and I love this, that you said the coach is right in front of you.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. You have not because you ask not.
Yeah.
Ask the question. They right there. Whatever you need to know, whatever you want to know, whatever you feel like you're lacking, ask the question of, what am I missing? What am I not getting? Ask, and then you shall receive. It will be given to you. People want to pour into you. Trust me. Anybody that has some knowledge, they want to share it. They truly do. Because you know what? If you are good at your craft and what you do, you want to talk about it.
Yes, tell it.
You do. Now, folks that have an imposter syndrome, and when I had a show about this, those are the folks that really don't want to talk about it. They really don't want you to ask about it because they fronting. But the ones that really know and love what they do, they want somebody to ask them so they can pour out a blessing.
Yes.
Come on now.
Truth. That is the truth. It's so funny. My husband is like, all you do is talk about money, money, money. I was like, I just got to let the people know. I want to put money in their pockets. And it's so true that when you're in your purpose, when you're in your mission, that's all you want to do. And you're just looking for somebody to say, hey, pour into me. Pour into me. So I've closed mouths don't get fed. That's something that we say,
The table is set. Come and take your seat. What are you waiting for? Come on. So if someone, because you are a coach and this is what you do, this is what you love to do, the door is open. How can somebody walk in and sit down at the table with you? Let them know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are several ways you can get a hold of me, right? I encourage everybody to join the Facebook community. It's a great way to build connections, build relationships. It's busy women, building wealth like a green. So excited. I'm going to drop the link right there for you guys. It is amazing. This is one of the ways that I met this beautiful queen right here. We're all about uplifting each other. So that's the first way. I offer a free 45-minute, no charge strategy call so we can really get clear. Because, sometimes people don't feel comfortable talking about it with the group, right? I totally get it. We're going to normalize that because when you're with your wealth family, right, we're all here to uplift each other. But you can also schedule, the link is also in the group, a free, no charge strategy call so we can really get a strategy for you. And then you can just follow me on Facebook, Carmelle Cottrell. Yes, hit me up. I'm open. Hit me up in the DMs. I'm really about pouring into women, right? Anybody here. We're trying to adjust these crowns, get this money in our pockets and reign, okay? And we're all worthy of it and it's all possible. So I'm totally looking forward to connecting with all of you.
Absolutely. I just want to share something with you real quick. It's so funny because about 10 years ago, I was watching these people on television. I think their name is the Tankers.
Oh yeah.
And so Jewel is all about manifesting. And I remember when they first started, and they were she was always talking about manifesting and how you have to manifest and you have to call the things that you want. And it was another lady that I was watching, and she was always talking about manifesting. And I watched these women's lives. I've seen these transformations in both of these women's lives and these things that they talked about. And it's so funny because as I watched this, I was like, I know I'm going to be in connection with them at some point. I just don't know how. I don't. It's just weird. I don't know how, and I don't even know why I'm thinking that this is going to happen. But look at God.
Right? That is awesome.
Was I not in a Zoom call
right
with Jewel? Was I not? Because when you said divine intervention and divine connections, that's the truth. And it's so true, because I was on a money call with her, and that's because of the connection that you and I have. And see, people don't understand how close they are to their destiny. And 10 years ago, I didn't know you.
Okay. And that's the part we need to get real clear about, is that people try to control all these things. But I'm like, no, there's a master plan, and everything is working in perfect timing for your divine good, in the perfect unfolding, right?
And
who would have known, right?
And not only that, but I didn't reach out to you so I could get to know Jewel. Because I don't know her personally, but when I reached out to you, I had no clue I was going to be, in a couple of weeks later, I was going to be on that call. And what did I tell you? I don't want no parts of it. And not like that. I'm like, I'll listen. And, I'm cool. But that's not in my wheelhouse right now. That's not what I want to do. But I'm excited about it, and I want people to know about it. But right now, I want to hear about it. Later on, I might jump in.
Well, you see how timing works, right? He said, I had to go back 10 years to put this woman, right, in a platform so she could see, right? Then we're going to fast forward, and I'm going to shake her world up, put her into connections with someone, right, who's my money mentor, right?
Yes.
My money mentor. So we connect, we get on a call, guess who come around, right? So sometimes things come into orbit for perfect timing, right? So it's so important that we're open, right?
Yes.
And the things that we desire and we think about and we put, thought on, right? You didn't put a lot of too much into it. You're just like, look at her, look what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
And just that power in the thought of it, it manifested into a whole reality, right? How crazy is that?
See, and what people don't understand, it wasn't about me getting on that call because of what you asked me to get on that call for. It was because of, like you said, 10 years ago, what I said I was going to do.
Yes.
I called that thing forward. And here I am sitting in the presence of what I said I was going. I don't know how, but and I'm just saying, that's people. Whatever you put in your mind that you set out that you want to do, trust the process. It may not be today, but it's going to happen. And I want to leave you with this. I told somebody today, I said, you know what? Jesus didn't show up when Lazarus died. It was 4 days later, and he was in that tomb stinking. And Martha and Mary was mad when he got there. They was trying to give him the business. But guess what? He showed up.
Right?
He showed up. He showed up right on time.
That's it.
And so it may not happen right then when you think it should. But guess what? It will happen. And you will have an abundance, and you can live in the overflow. So what are you waiting on? Go ahead and get you some of these jewels so you can live in the abundance of the overflow. You can manifest, and you can have connections to foster relationships. Time to be in the present. That is now. Shift your mindset so you can be happy and have joy. Understand your power of your state of being. And then you will be in the flow and know that your money is reciprocal. So go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. And remember, you were created with a purpose. So you might as well be great. Thank you so much. I know you are on time constraints because she is about to go jump on her own show where she gives her sexy money talks. So tell them how they can get on your money talk tonight. Join the group so you can get a part of it.
Private group, queens, come on in. Busy women achieving goals and building wealth like a queen. Come through. It's going to be so much fun. We have a great time talking about money. You know, it's private. The queens are in, so come through. It's a good one.
All right, I'm going to put that link on the website, so check us out. I told her I was going to get her out of here by 7:30. It's 7:31, so I got to stick to my guns. See you guys later. Love you. Stay right there, and we are